Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I'm going to be sharing with you the W7 On The Rocks palette. So I'm going to be sharing with you swatches today. I already have applied the eyeshadow onto my eyes so I can also give you a little bit of a review. When you see the shades within this palette, you'll see why I've done that. The packaging looks like this. So you've got the logo and the name of the palette in that gold, absolutely beautiful. So W7 On The Rocks there. Then they're calling it Neutrals on Ice Eye Colour Palette under there. And then you can see the packaging is very blue, a mixture of light and deep blues there, or light, medium and deep blues. Turning the palette over, you have got again On The Rocks and the information, Neutrals on Ice Eye Colour Palette, along with the logo there. Then you have the shades within the palette and you'll see from the shades there that they look very, very familiar. You then have also the ingredients. This is a card palette. It's that thick. Now the price for this is a little bit all over the place. It's on sale at the moment. Fingers crossed it's still on sale on the W7 website, which is where I picked it up from. And usually this retails for I think 5p shy of £10. At the moment on the website it's half price, so a few pence shy of £5. It's also available at B&M. Now I went to actually pick up another palette from the B&M store and found that this was actually on offer in one of those stores for £2.99. So if you like the look of this palette and you have a B&M store nearby, then check that store out. But alternatively, you can pick it up from W7, the website, and the link will be down below as always. In this palette, you have a mirror. Now, you also have a brush as well, double-ended like that. So fluffy on one end and a little bit flatter on the other. So you've got a fluffy like blender brush, that end, and then this end is your packer brush. Bit more for the crease. And then let's have a look at the shades. Okay, so there we go. Now what does this remind you of? You're all probably shouting it to me. Yes, of course, it's the ABH Subculture Palette. Now, when I saw this, I immediately thought, I'm going to have to pick it up. I don't have any of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes anymore for reasons, just because I think they're very expensive. I'm trying to keep my palette buying or expensive palette buying to an absolute minimum, and I've purchased only about, I think, three actually, more expensive palettes this year so far, and obviously we're halfway through the year, so I'm doing pretty well. The reason is, and I've mentioned it before, I just find that the whole idea of spending £40–50 on a palette absolutely ludicrous when you can pick up palettes that are really good quality, have the similar shades, and thanks to W7 they've given me a lot of dupes of the high-end palettes. So I just think, why spend that amount of money when I can pick up dupes? I mean, you know, spot on dupes. With this one it looks very much like the Subculture palette, so why spend the money? So that's what I've done here, and I no longer have those palettes. Like I say, I've gifted them away. It's just pointless. I think, you know, if I like something, I'm going to use it all up and then have to pay another nearly £50 to get that palette. So I prefer this kind of price, even when it's full price of nearly £10. I'd rather pay that than, you know, 43, whatever it is. So I really like the shades in here. I'm going to swatch them for you in a moment, but I already have this palette applied. Now, you know, if you're a regular viewer, that I absolutely love grungy shades. That's what I really, really liked about the Subculture palette. I really thought that when Anastasia Beverly Hills released that, I thought, oh my goodness, I found my perfect palette. But it wasn't to be. Now, although I did several looks using that palette, I don't know, it was just such hard work. I don't want palettes to be that hard work. And when these shades, you know, when you have shades like this, you want to mix them up. And I found it very difficult, and also the looks that I was creating with that ABH palette very heavy. You didn't get a great mix. It was just hard work. So I gifted it away rather than, you know, using it because I didn't want to use it. I just thought, looking at that, I'm in a rush, too much hard work and all of that. Now, I have tried this today, and just before I share with you the swatches, I'm going to show you the look again. Now, I've used a lot of shades here. I have used this one to start with to set my base. I then went in with this one here, the deeper brown. I then went in with this one here, the yellow, right on the inner part of the lid. I then went into this, and I tried to use as many as I could to get a little bit of a mix, but also a real test of how this performs, how they blend together and all of that. I then used the burgundy, and I also used this to give me the depth. And then I went in with this one here, which is one of those beautiful shimmers. And I absolutely love it. I didn't have any problems whatsoever. In fact, I went for the burgundy and the green on purpose to see how they work together. I didn't have any issues whatsoever. It was so easy to use. Such a beautiful palette, no fallout, no problems, nothing like that at all. So if you can pick this up from B&M for £2.99, you've got an absolute bargain. Right, let's get into the swatches because I'm intrigued to see how some of these look as well. I think I'll go one by one. Okay, so this is it Sugar Rim? Sugar Rum? Sugar Rim or Sugar Rum? That one there. Now this is that shade like Cube. I'm not going to be able to remember all the names, but I remember this one because it's that pink shade. I hope I've got the right shimmer. It's that pink shade, and this is beautiful. Absolutely love it. In fact, I'm going to see if I can double it up. It is subtle. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. Love that. Then we have Moscato. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's the base shade that I used. Stunning. Then we have Martini Olive. Now I purposely applied this first of all. I mean, you've all seen how I apply eyeshadow, and on this occasion I just wanted to apply the look, show you the look, and then talk about it as well, because the shades in here are just stunning. I mean, look at that swatch, Martini Olive, absolutely beautiful colour. And I think this has been such a controversial palette that any dupe, you know, you're going to think, is it okay? Is it good? Is it bad? This is Espresso Martini, that one there. So you've got shimmer, matte, shimmer. Love that. Then we have Maraschino Cherry. I used that. Not swatching particularly well, but on the eye, amazing. Obviously these are just for colour reference really. Then we have Cheers, which is that cool toned greige colour. Cheers. That is matte. And then we have, it's C-A-R-A-C-A-Q, whatever that spells. I wish palettes would just give straightforward names or brands. And that's that one there. So that's your first row. Not necessarily the best swatches, but on the eye, I can guarantee you will not be disappointed. I'm just going to clean my hand, just to make sure I've got no residue there. Right, we're going into the second row now. That one is Body Shot, beautiful peach shade. This is the shade that I used on my lid. I'm going to double it up again. It's one of those shades that is quite light. So that one there. So Champagne Toast. Gorgeous. Then we have Bloody Mary, which is again another shade that I have tried. So Bloody Mary there. Deeper brown. Then we have, is it Bellini. I hope that's correct. I can hardly read. My eyes are quite tired today, so apologies. So this one is, I think, Bellini. That one there. Then we have Magnum. The shades are a little bit dusty, but on the eye I had no fallout whatsoever, so that's Magnum. Then we have Pina Colada, which is a bit more of a grungy yellow. You're going to see the difference. So there's Pina Colada, Pina Colada, and there's Bellini. So that's Bellini, that's Pina Colada. Pina Colada. I keep wanting to say something else. Anyway, you see what I mean. And then the last shade is Last Call, which is very deep. It's like a brown with a, or like a charcoal brown with a plum undertone. So there's your second row. Now do not be put off by the swatches with these W7 palettes. I know that they don't swatch terribly well, but here's the proof that they apply beautifully. Blending out beautifully, the shimmer swatches beautifully, you know, no issues there whatsoever, but they are a little bit powdery when you swatch them, but obviously in real life you don't swatch a great deal. So I'll just show you the palette again. So if you, for whatever reason, didn't get the Subculture palette, you might have thought that it was absolute rubbish. Perhaps you tried it like me and gifted it away, but you loved those shades, or perhaps, you know, you just didn't like it because you've heard obviously the quality, then this might be the one that you want to try. Absolutely beautiful on the eye. If you, like me, love those grungy tones, you might want to check it out. Like I say, there is a W7 Direct website. I will link that down below. But for anyone that is able to go to B&M, I would check it out. I have checked out their website. They don't have, as far as I can see, none of the W7 makeup on the B&M website. So it will be just on the W7 website if you know you can't go shopping for whatever reason, or obviously for £2.99 get someone else to check it out for you. Okay, so that's everything that I wanted to share with you today. I have actually got a number of W7 palettes here that I have purchased. I've got quite a few to get through. If there was one in particular that you would like to see, I'll just give you the names, and if you want to just let me know down below. So I've got Seduced, Enchanted, Violet Lights, Dusk Till Dawn and Romanced, all dupes for high-end palettes. So let me know down below what you would like to see next, and yeah, that's everything. So I'd love for you to let me know your thoughts. Do you like the eye look? Do you like the palette? Have you already purchased it? What are your thoughts? Yeah, I'd love to know all of that good stuff. And of course, if you are brand new here, I would love it if you stuck around to subscribe. But I will be back tomorrow with another video for you. So until then, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.